Might have read a little bit about some things happening, some exciting things happening downtown Battle Creek with Kellogg Arena, Festival Market Square. Ron Wilner has assumed the leadership position at Kellogg Arena, and for the first time since, is joining us this morning. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Richard. How are you?
Great. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Well, actually born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and had the honor and opportunity to open 5 event facilities in Cleveland over a span of 25 years, and allowed me to get more involved in the arena and convention center and facility management business. We worked on basically a university campus, Cleveland State University, opened that arena. It was a 14,000-seat arena. Later on down in my career, I opened up a brand new convention center in Cleveland where we are hosting the Republican National Convention this year as well. So it allowed me the opportunity to get more involved in the arena management, larger scale venue facility management, and saw the opportunity to come to Battle Creek and jumped at it.
What's the overall climate as it relates to event centers and convention centers? Is this a growing area now?
Yeah, absolutely is. I mean, you're talking about in the old days where baseball and football people shared the same stadiums.
Yeah.
They now have their own facilities. It's even gone the way with hockey and basketball where they have their separate facilities as well. So it's a growing business. Convention centers are growing as well around the country, including in Cleveland. So, yeah, it is definitely a growing business.
Mm-hmm. And presumably it's become profitable enough now that you can have a seasonal professional team and then still operate a facility of that size.
Absolutely, yeah. We unfortunately in Battle Creek, at the Kellogg Arena, we don't have an inside tenant.
Yeah.
Although we do have annual and regular events, but most buildings do have a regular tenant and a hockey, basketball, whatever it might be. So yeah, it does give you an opportunity to grow your business with advertising and sponsorship, but just that makes more of a challenge for us at Kellogg Arena.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about what appealed to you about Kellogg Arena. I mean, Cleveland, that's a big city. Battle Creek, it has some unique things about it, but it's not a huge city like that. What appealed to you?
No, Cleveland, I had the opportunity to see it grow.
Yeah.
About 5-6 years ago, the downtown population was about 2,000 people. It's close to 15,000 now. And I know that Battle Creek has the same vision, and hopefully I can help, promote that vision along with the downtown development people here, get it up and going. I'm a big downtown development believer, and I think this has the opportunity, not only with Kellogg Arena, but the other outstanding, local stakeholders in the community.
We'll talk more about that when we come right back on WBCK. Ron Wilner's here from Kellogg Arena. Talk a little bit about that branding philosophy, too, in just a minute. 8:12. WBCK, Richard Piet Show Friday. Ron Wilner's here from Kellogg Arena. We're talking about a vision for the future in downtown Battle Creek. And among those things, when you arrived, and certainly probably prior to that, took a look at the way we're structured here, there was a notion for a vision, and you've come up with that now.
Sure. Basically, you can't change the name Kellogg Arena. It's going to stay there.
Yeah.
We just opened up Festival Market Square last summer.
Right.
So how do we engage all of these facilities in Battle Creek, including the auditorium, including Bailey Park? Battle Creek has a lot of venues, indoors and outdoors. How do we get back on the radar of national promoters and things of that nature? You try to brand your entire complex, your city, make it live, make it more vibrant. So we came up with the name Battle Creek Live to embrace all of these venues we have, whether they're indoor or outdoor. Obviously, Kellogg Arena being the main focus here. So we're kind of getting out to promoters. We rebranded, to Battle Creek Live. We're changing our website. We're brand new website going up. Social media outlets will all change to reflect that name.
Does that help attract performers when you have a unified branding philosophy, a notion that we're all working together in these venues?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the shows that played arenas in the past are no longer playing large-scale arenas. They're playing theaters.
Yeah.
So, Kellogg Auditorium might be a good mix for a certain promoter. They might come to town and want to put an event in Kellogg Arena, but see Festival Market Square as an opportunity to do something outdoors. So you're offering a variety of venues to play under this one umbrella of Battle Creek Live.
Who do you target then for Kellogg Arena? Let's start with that. When you're talking about trying to bring performers there, is there a sweet spot?
Well, there's a lot of competing venues in Southwest Michigan.
Sure.
You've got the Wings Event Center, you've got the Firekeepers Casino. So we've got to get in the mix. We've got to get back in the conversation with the Live Nations, with AEG, people of that nature. I've already done tours with Live Nation reps, from the regional area. So it's getting the name back out there and letting them know that, hey, Battle Creek is here, Kellogg Arena is here. Let's see if we can work together and redevelop that relationship we had in years past.
Does it snowball then? I mean, when one act comes, others take notice?
You will then see it could snowball from promoter to promoter. We're going to appeal to more of the independent, smaller promoters to start. Outback Concerts, Jam Productions, people of that nature. So it will get people's eyebrows raising to see that, hey, Kellogg Arena is open for business. They're alive and well, and let's see what we can do there.
How much of a challenge is that? I mean, you talked about the competition, and even with Firekeepers now just nearby, how do you balance that when somebody, we presume a promoter, is looking at all of their options, right?
They're looking at a lot of options, and we kind of like to think that it's helping Southwest Michigan, Calhoun County, everybody involved. So although Kellogg Arena obviously wants a piece of the puzzle as well.
Sure.
So we want to get involved on a national, regional, and local level. We'll start small, we'll grow big. It's going to be a challenge, but it's got to be a challenge that we have to be patient to try and make sure that we get in front of these promoters.
What's a reasonable amount of time from your professional viewpoint that we should start seeing results here?
Well, basically, you're not going to see anything right now. You're looking at holding concert dates out into the fall, winter dates already.
Okay.
So summertime, they're all going to outdoor amphitheaters, large-scale outdoor amphitheaters. So we'll get out there, with the rebranding. We've got some promotional pieces, some things to get out to promoters. Polestar Magazine, which is the national Bible of the music industry, helps us quite a bit in advertising. So that's the baby steps right now that we have to take to get to the larger promoters and things of that nature.
And we presume the performers are well-known performers are only one part of this equation, right? There are other things you could attract.
Oh, sure. We're doing a great job right now. I mean, the leadership in years past, we've done a lot with amateur sports, do quite a bit of local wrestling. We've got a competition this weekend. We've done a lot with, local branch gymnastics and USA Gymnastics. Showstoppers is an annual stop at Battle Creek. There's just an annual event that we have to keep going into the building year after year. We've got to make sure those stay and then add the mix of concerts, small concerts, large concerts as we move forward. But getting that repeat business and people to stay in our building that we've had in years past is very vital. People don't see that type of event entertainment in the building right now. They only focus on the large-scale concerts. Right. They only want to see the advertisements in the newspapers. Right away I'm getting calls, when are we going to see our next concert? When are we going to see our next bull riding, things of that nature. So we're working on it. It's going to take time, but we're getting there.
And at the same time, as you referenced, working with those who've been before and trying to keep them from changing their venues. How much of a job is that?
Well, it's starting to slowly, they're starting to slowly look elsewhere. We're trying to keep sure they focus on Kellogg Arena. So we're doing our best from a customer service standpoint. We've gotten some great feedback in the last 5 months from clients that love the building, love the change in philosophy, love the whole direction the building's taking. So I think we're moving in a great positive fashion.
Ron Wilner's here, Battle Creek Live. Kellogg Arena, Festival Market Square. That's what we're talking about today. We're back in just a moment. 8:20 Friday. Ron Wilner's here from Kellogg Arena. We're talking about the future. And we've made reference to that which is regional, Wings Event Center, Firekeepers, and so on, maybe even Grand Rapids. But you start to talk about that region. Is there benefit in banding together and trying to attract performers or events to our region?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, you don't want a show to leave the market. So if Wings doesn't have the date available, we would like for them to say, hey, maybe give Kellogg Arena a call. So we're trying to create a collaborative where the regional venues, Firekeepers, State Theater, and Kalamazoo, whatever it might be, we all work together to make sure the act stays in the market and doesn't leave the area. So that's where we all have to come together as agreeing to helping each other out. I know we're in competition as well, but there's some good to working together as well.
Mm-hmm. How important is the region? For example, if a performer has been, say, in the Detroit area, does it make sense for them to come to Southwest Michigan too?
Well, it all depends on the touring schedule as well,
Yeah.
because now you're closer to Toledo, which has a pretty good market for entertainment as well. So we want to work together on a small scale because, between Firekeepers and Wings and our facility, we're on the same level in terms of size. But again, we want to make sure that if, Firekeepers has an act that's looking for 4,000 seats, they come to Kellogg Arena or send them our way, basically. So
sure.
I've met with quite a few people already, and just trying to create that collaborative effort.
Are there things we haven't done in Battle Creek as it relates to performing and opportunities to see shows and things that you'd like to see happen?
A more vibrant downtown, which is where that's headed towards right now, and that's what we have to really focus on. They're doing a good job now of trying to brand downtown, but that has to really be the base to get more people to come to Kellogg Arena.
So that works hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Then,
you will see, as I mentioned earlier, I saw the rise in Cleveland. People aren't leaving downtown. They're coming to the venues before. They'll stop at a restaurant. They'll stop after at a local lounge or bar, whatever it might be. So that all works hand in hand. And basically, once that gets going, and it will get going. I mean, the vision is great for downtown Battle Creek. It was really appealing to me to see their focus. So hopefully, it'll take sooner than later.
Yeah, I think your point is that a person who wishes to attend an event doesn't necessarily look just at that event. Correct. They look at what the ripple effects could be.
They'll look at everything. They'll look at the ripple effects. They'll look at the restaurant. They'll look at where they can go right after. We certainly we want to contain them in downtown Battle Creek as much as we can, including on a weekend event.
Is that pace, that is to say the resurgence of downtown development here, happening at a pace that you think complements what you're trying to do?
Well, I can't really answer that. I haven't been here that long to really know the answer to that, but I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping it's at a faster pace than normal, but it's also safe to say let's not rush it either. Let's make sure we're doing it right and getting the right people downtown that care enough about downtown. And I think they are doing that right now.
So as you have become available here to folks who might speak to you because they might come downtown, what have they said to you about this?
They basically like the idea. They like the rebranding. They like the focus. They like the direction of where the building's heading. We've done a lot inside as well. Prior to my coming on board here, there was a lot of renovations inside. We're looking at putting a new video board component in.
That's a big deal now,
brand new seats in the arena. So we're looking at redirecting how people come into the facility so they can see more of Festival Market Square, more of the surrounding area of downtown Battle Creek.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see, and we'll look forward to staying in touch.
Great.
We appreciate that very much. Ron Wilner here from Kellogg Arena and Battle Creek Live. 8:20.